think I did. Do I... Oh, well, I could change that real quick. No, this one's fitting the screen. This one's fine. Yeah. It's the other one that I need to... Okay, hold on. Oh, darn Skype. Darn you, Skype. Okay, if you see Jimmy, get him on. And I don't know if Michael's coming or not. We have... In case you happen to catch this is the pre-show where we get to set things up. Ooh, Jimmy. Okay, so we're going to go to 3 heads. It's somebody's music. Sounds like Jimmy's music. Alright, I need to add a... Yes, you are. Wow. Yeah. A little bit. You sound fine. Yeah. It is my new digs. You have to make it so we all fit on the page. I am driving today, yes. I'm going to scoot you in there. Secret layer? Yeah. Absolutely. Let me duplicate that. Come on, there's got to be a duplicate. Hey, W's got us on. Is now, oh. Is now what? Yep. Okay. Oh. Yeah. That's okay. What? So we need to... So we're going to add window capture. We're going to call one center. I'm going to put it in Skype window. That's fine. Okay. Hey, can you hear me? You're still quiet. Whoa, that's much better. Oh, now you're horrible. Really quiet. Really quiet. How about now? How about a little better? I'm going to go ahead and guess that this needs to go this way. Well, that's a little bit. That's acceptable. That's better. Okay. You know what? I'm going to put these one guy on top, one guy on bottom for when we're doing it this way. Hey, Michael's gonna be on. Ha! Settled. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, 2 heads. Still no video from you, Clyde. It's okay. I'm gonna set up the 3 heads correctly. So here, it, add. Actually, no, we're gonna duplicate there. This copy, paste, rename. Right. Oh, this should work well. Watch this. What? Why is everybody getting houses? Gotcha. It's jealousy, right? Yeah, totally jealousy. Yeah, one way or another. Yeah, no kidding. Jeez, man. Sure. I'd appreciate that. And screw up everything, but that's okay. Hello, Mike. It's really dark. The dark man cometh. Oh man, that's horrible. That's what they all say. Okay, we're just going to do this differently. Remove. Should be left. This is for you. It's already, you know, I'm just figuring out how it wants me to do this. So, you know, a little bit of fun. Well, it lets me do a window capture. Like, no, it allows me, once it's captured window, I can shrink it down to whatever I want pretty easily. It's not so bad. So this is going to be 3 center. And it's going to be the Skype. Okay. And there's the big thing. And we want to bring that down to just the center one. So actually, we're going to move you over just a little bit. And then we will fix that in a second. So you are all. See, you're way too. Oh. Well, guess who doesn't have internet at home? Very possible. All right, and then one more. Cancel. Just can't see where that edge is, guys. Okay, believe it or not, I almost have. Hey, Michael, look up for a second so I can center you. Thank you. I know. No, I had you perfect. You know, it's all right. No, you're fine. Mm-hmm. Sounds horrible. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to go right about there. Go right about. Close enough for government work. Here we go. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. Oh, yes. Good question. We need to make sure audio is working. Good guy. Hello, guys. Can you hear all of us? This is Matt. Only Matt, of course. Yeah. Yes. Let me see. It's to the. We are doing a pre-show, guys. Believe it or not, we have a pre-show now. We're trying to, at least. Let me look at the properties of that one. I set it to. Okay, let me put it to. Does hold on. Let me order for I need to. No, did not like that. Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let me see if I can reload the page. Can I get it to reload? No. I did. It's actually sent it to. It was originally 720p, and so I just pushed it up to 1080 to see if it could be. If I'm missing something, because that's what I had to do for the starting. Gotcha. 720. Okay, so I had it right. I'm pretty certain I had it right. Okay, let me readjust that widget then. Hold on. Well, you're the Oracle guy. Come on. That's how it's supposed to be. What up, Mbeam? Now I got to figure out audio. Hold on. And add an audio. Add. Oh yeah, definitely. No, I don't know why I'm. This is what I think the problem is. Testing. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy we're doing that. Start the show already. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Well, they can't hear you ask that question, so I'm trying to figure that out now. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how to get to be captured by OBS. Just a second. It should be picking up my desktop audio, but it's not. Well, I'm glad that you are being shielded by my inability to make the thing do the thing, so it's okay. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. Yeah, you see that?
Where is... Man, I'm so out of it today.
Today,
Here we
I
go.
think I've been out of it this whole year.
Can you now hear the guys as you should be? Here,
They
Mike.
better.
Everybody testing.
You
Say
sound.
hello.
You sound.
Woo,
Hello.
Woo, 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 woo.
Can you hear us?
Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. If anybody gets that reference.
I
Tommy,
don't.
can you hear us?
Hey, Michael, say something.
I'm here.
Oh, good. I think they can hear you.
Matt, did you ever watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
No, I don't think I watched Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Sounds
You
wonderful.
need to.
I've actually heard that is a show that everybody must watch.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's Steve Odenkirk, not to be confused with Bob Odenkirk.
There's one more thing I need to go get. Hold on. I need to get. I realized I forgot to grab something, and I need to go get it.
Is to say that Clyde is not the only person that has told me to watch that show.
We got the screener when I was over in Afghanistan. That's when the movie was in the theater. They'd send us the screeners when we were out at sea. So yeah, it was fun. Went into it with no idea what the hell it was, and walked out or finished watching it not being absolutely sure what we watched. It's great.
Okay. Here is... I gotta go get the movie draft audio from Big Voice Jay, if he's got it for me.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Cool. Download.
Hooray!
How do I want to open this? I don't want to open it. I just want to download it.
Did everybody see how big of a difference there is now between us all?
What do you
on the movie draft?
We're gonna try to get second.
You're like 40 away.
I know.
From taking it. Yeah, 40 million.
We'll see if we can get it and keep it. That's the question. Copy that. Put that into.
Is it too late to add Kung Pao into the fist? Maybe that'd get us 40 million, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because that came out like 20 years ago.
All right, let me do something real quick here. Let me go ahead and do this and say I have to add and media. MB and Bad Weave. He sounds different because he's not in his normal place and he doesn't have his normal microphone. So his normal raspy yet luxurious voice is just raspy now. Movie draft audio.
Welcome to your BT movie.
This. All right, 3, 2, 1, and
welcome to your BT Movie Draft Minute, presented by DiamondClub.tv.
Okay, hold on.
I did.
Welcome to your BT Movie Draft Minute, presented by DiamondClub.tv for the week of July 30th, 2018. I'm your host, Big Voice Jay. East Coast, West Coast, it really doesn't matter. Bacon is my favorite rapper. Let's go to the scoreboard.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Can you hear it?
Welcome to your BT Movie Draft Minute, presented by DiamondClub.tv for the week of July 30th.
Why is it so quiet?
In order to get you guys to hear it, I had to share it in Skype, share system sounds. I don't know if you're on that version, but you click on the plus, like you're going to add somebody, and then choose share system sounds.
Cool. Gotcha. And now we're going to see. So I still think it's way too quiet. So here we're going to try to adjust the volume on that.
Welcome to your BT Movie Draft Minute, presented by DiamondClub.tv for the week of July 30th, 2018. I'm your host, Big Voice Jay. East Coast, West Coast, it really doesn't.
Okay, whatever.
If you go, I know in XSplit, if you go go to the properties of the MP3, then you can adjust the sound there. But I don't know about OBS.
I have to go in studio mode to not affect you guys while I'm doing this. So go in the movie draft right now. Now I'm in studio mode. And let me go into the guy in question here, which is the audio. So once it's there, I can see it here. No, I can't see it here because it won't let me. Speed. I can change the speed. I don't need to change the speed. All right, I guess I have to do it well because it doesn't show up in my mixer list until I make it live.
Welcome to your BT Movie Draft Minute presented by DiamondClub.tv for the week of July 30th, 2018. I'm your host, Big Voice Jay. East Coast, West Coast, it really doesn't matter. Bacon is my favorite rapper. Let's go to the scoreboard. Team Walking Drunk is in last place with $344.8 million. Team Game Night is in fifth place with $454.8 million. Team Ritual Misery is in fourth place thanks to Mission Impossible.
All right, so guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, since we actually have everybody here. And then we have the news. Somebody else want to read the news this week since I'm running the show, or am I running it?
Let me look through, I guess.
It's up to anybody else who wants to do it. That's fine. I think it's only fair since I have to run the show.
Exactly. That's why I don't like reading them.
Well, yeah. It's okay. So just so you guys know, the first three are basically one story mixed together.
And Mike, you're on mute.
Actually, if someone else wants to do it, my screen that I've got them on is blocked by my laptop, so I can't.
All right,
really
who wants to read the stories this week? Not me, and apparently not Clyde.
All right, I'll do it. I'll do the first half at least. I might start to lose my voice halfway through because I've been coughing a lot. But
it's okay. We'll figure it out. Just say, and somebody else read the next one, and then we'll just move on.
All right.
Just go until you get tired, and I'll jump in there.
Clyde threw a smoke bomb and disappeared.
Oh, Clyde, do I need to record this locally?
No, Twitch does that.
Just asking.
Okay.
All right. So, should we start a show?
Do you actually just read the headline?
I read the headline and a little bit more into it generally. I use or whatever you want to do.
But he will typically have read the stories beforehand. So.
Not always.
That's why I said typically.
There are plenty of times where I fake that.
Oh, guys, welcome to the secret sauce.
There are plenty of times where I'm like, and it looks like there, and I'm reading it as I go along, and you guys are talking about the story, and I'm reading the next story because I haven't read these yet. Oh. You know how they do it at other things is they actually have the whole script written out in a big long spreadsheet, and you just read from the spreadsheet. You ever seen the show notes from like Daily Tech and Headlines?
Yep.
Those are pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, those guys, that's their full-time job and they're professionals.
And they have an actual producer and all that other stuff. Man, it would be so nice. Okay, I'm going to try something. We'll find out how it is. Hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 7:09.
Thank you.
No problem.
You guys heard that?
Yep.
I did.
Because I have a mic dedicated for a little Google Home Mini in here.
Mm.
All right. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, I'm ready. And
right,
I will do.
And
Clyde, do you want to intro the show or shall I?
I'll do it. Normally do. Don't want to bring too much shock to everybody's system.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hey, so are we ready? We're going to start then. Here we go.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the VOD Squad. This is episode 92, recorded on, what is the date today? August 31st, 2018?
No, not August 31st. No, I need this
I
month.
know, it's the 30th. There is not 31 days in August. But you know what? there is me. I am Clyde. Today, I am joined by Jimmy Trammell,
Hello,
Matthew
everybody.
Ross,
Hello, Internet.
and Michael Aston.
Howdy, y'all.
And, you know, this is a weird day. It's like the only day, or Jimmy's finally back, and he's the only one with background that we all recognize. I am off site, so Matt has been gracious enough to drive. Hopefully he doesn't drive us off a cliff.
Well, the last time I drove, it was pretty bad. I think I've gotten a little bit better at it, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, but he doesn't use Apple Maps, so that's less of a risk. Oh, no, that was driving people into lakes.
Apple Maps is a perfectly fine copy of OpenStreetMap.
Okay. Yeah. I saw people were super excited a couple weeks ago because the Apple Maps vehicle drove through their neighborhood. And I was like, isn't that kind of pointless now? Everybody else has already mapped everything.
Well, you know, Apple Maps, as much as of troubles they were in when they started, they've actually gotten pretty good. I've actually used it. It seems to be work fine. I still prefer other programs, but it works well enough. It's still better than a lot of some third-party ones that you can get out there, so not a bad choice. And, you know, being the tyranny of the default, it's what a lot of people will be using.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I was on vacation for the last 2 weeks, and yeah, doing good.
Well,
Back to work and super busy, making up for time lost and all. But
that's cool. Where'd you go?
went to, you know, it's not hot enough here in Austin, so I went to Phoenix because, you know, 100 degrees just doesn't cut it. I needed 118.
You know, Phoenix is like Iroquois for furnace, isn't it? Is it not?
I have no idea, but it was appropriate. Every time I walked outside, I immediately feel like I was like reaching into the oven. You know, like when you like have a pizza that you're going to pull out, you reach in and you're like, this blast of hot air. It felt just like that. I'm not even exaggerating.
It is, but the beauty of that is, like standing in front of the oven, you feel that heat, but you're not sweating.
Yeah, it's a dry heat, so it's fine.
I love it. You know, personally, I love it.
Oh.
Every time I go there, it's the middle of August, and I'm usually in a long sleeve shirt and a tie and comfortable. Man. I love it.
Yeah, I consider it incredibly unpleasant, but it was bearable enough to go visit family and, you know, spend the vast majority of time indoors.
Which is funny because I almost took a cheap flight to Dallas last week, but yeah, it was what, like 130 down there.
It was, yeah. When I was in Phoenix, it was like the hottest day on record in Austin, so I didn't actually miss out on all that much cooler weather because it was super hot here too. So.
And Jimmy,
Yep.
You're not in an airplane.
Yes, I think the week before last I was in Chicago, or on my way to Chicago, and then last week I was on my way to New York. So,
did they have to like call the fire department to rescue you from the runway?
You know, funny you say that. The client I was going to go visit was the fire department of New York City.
Yeah.
Okay, so they called you. Oh my goodness.
That they did.
Oh, well, why don't we talk about a little bit of tech news?
What do we got
Alright.
going on?
Well, our first story is a 3B. Movie Pass money woes caused a service outage last night. Now, outages, and Movie Pass is raising the price of its standard plan. So what does all this mean for us Movie Pass lovers? Well, the Movie Pass lovers, I'm not one of them.
We're screwed.
use Movie
That's
Pass.
what it means. I finally got my Movie Pass back, and I am canceling. I haven't been able to see a movie in over a week.
Aw.
And it's like and then the only movie I cared about coming up was The Meg. I was super excited to go see it, but then they said, "Oh yeah, that's going to be one of the movies we're not going to offer tickets to." And I said, "All right, I get no use out of this thing." So,
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say they created an interesting business model. They didn't know how to, they got more love than they thought they were prepared for. They've tried to find ways to make it work, but everybody kept saying, everybody always asked me, how does their business model work? And my answer is it doesn't. You just ride the wave until they fold up and close.
So they did there's three things that happened here, and I kind of lumped them all together really quick, but they stopped functioning, and in order to get back up and running, they took a $5 million loan, basically, and that got them running again. Then they adjusted their offerings, so now you can't get necessarily tickets to any movie. They've blocked out certain blockbusters like the Mission Impossible, the Meg, Christopher Robin, and stuff like that. And finally, they're also upping the price from $10 a month to $15. So these are big changes. What are your thoughts on each of those and the likelihood that they're going to allow MoviePass to be persistent, or are they going to drive away all of their customers? Because there's some things that potentially help them make ends meet and other things that potentially drive customers away. And some of those things are the same thing.
If it was just upping their price to $15, I think that would be fair. That wouldn't be a problem. But the surge pricing, which I talked about last week, is ridiculous. And the fact that it's not like just penalizing people and for no reason most of the time. How does the
surge pricing work? What does that do?
Basically, they just say they decide when it's a surge price and you have to pay an extra. For example, on a Thursday night at 10 o'clock, I went to go see a movie. They said, "Oh, it's the only showing of this movie, so therefore it must be surge. You have to pay $4. Well, it was a $5 viewing that night. And I checked on the site and I checked on the theater's website, and not one ticket had been sold for that movie. So I was like, screw it. If I'm going to pay $5, or $4, I may as well just pay the $5, right?
Yeah. So in that case, the surge pricing seemed to be dictated purely upon the number of viewings available.
Possibly, but it's not always, because they decide it's completely arbitrary. They haven't really said what drives it. When they first explained the surge pricing, it sounded like heavily high demand showtimes might be surge. So yeah, if you want to go to an 8 o'clock showing on a Friday, yeah, I would expect. I mean, that would make sense. Which is why I waited till the 10 o'clock for the empty showing. But
they probably haven't had the time to put together the algorithms and the infrastructure to actually use real analysis to determine when those surge pricings should go in place, and so they're probably kind of winging it to a large extent.
Yeah,
well, it's clear that they've decided they need to reevaluate their entire business model, because of, they're running out of money, and they thought they could make up money with other outside of revenue, and they haven't been able to. So they're going to have to up the price, and they're going to cut out those first movies for at least the first week or two, those big movies, which will reduce that load of number of people who use that service. So
yeah,
those two things alone might make them profitable. And so this might be enough that they can ride this out and become the big thing. And as they were talking on the other shows today, whether or not they succeed, they've changed the industry. Now there's going to be some type of movie service platform, and MoviePass basically pushed everybody over the edge. So they might disappear. They may become the Napster of movies, but that's okay. It's okay.
So my question would be, what is the subscription price that everybody would pay?
I think $15 to $20 for all you can eat is, with no restrictions, is totally fair. Which I always thought they were going to do, because 10 was an introductory offer. It seemed too good to be true, which it was. But $15 to $20 with the surge pricing and the blackouts, I don't think so. I mean, for $20, you can see any movie once a week with like Cinemia and AMC and whatnot. I mean, AMC's biggest drawback, though, is you actually have to go to an AMC theater. But if you like that, then there's more out there. One thing I should point out that these articles don't really talk about is last week the movie pass stock price hit 9 cents, which they have to divide that up. I don't remember what it's called, because they got notice that they're going to be kicked off the stock market because you can't be below $1 for more than 60 days. Right. And so that was right before the first outage happened. I mean, they've been hurting really bad for the last couple months. So,
yeah. All right. Discovery's streaming service could package 17 channels for $5 a month. So last year, Discovery purchased Scripps Network, which gave them a lot of additional channels. And the CEO, David Zaslav, has said that he's considering bundling all 17 of these new channels into an online service, costing between $5 and $8 per month. So is anybody excited about the idea of having Shark Week on online and HGTV shows streaming constantly?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a little interesting to me because, me and my wife, we definitely watch HGTV and the Food Network, and some of the others. But, if you get enough of these guys like this, that'll give you a $5 bundle, right? So if you get maybe, 3 or 4 of these, then I guess that would equal something like a Sling TV, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. And then you could pick and choose which one, you want. And maybe some months you want, a mixture of whatever 3, right? Yeah, and you can just kind of slide around to the ones that you want to watch 1 month versus another month. But I don't know, for somebody like me, I think I could do that pretty well. But then I could see a lot of people that says, "Oh, I have to think too much about it." So I don't really like that, right? So.
Well, it's an interesting thought. This is the breaking up of the channels into their own little packages based on who produces them. So this is kind of a la carting. It's self a la carting. That is an interesting thought. If it's an organic way of getting there, that could be good. I feel like this is just like what is a Philo, which has had the Discovery channels on it, just broken down even further. So. No, I don't want to share with you other guys from from the Comedy Central guys, and so they just want to get their own $5 a month. Sure, I don't see a problem. It seems like it could be fine. The more the merrier, right?
I mean, to me, it's like maybe I didn't phrase it quite well enough before, but it's like the bundle package that's like say $30 or $35 a month versus 3 or 4 $5 a month services. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what it kind of comes down to.
The great thing to me about this is there are some companies that have a compelling reason to go out on their own, like Disney. They have an abundance of content that they can stream, and so it really does make sense for them to be their own service. There's no real reason. They're a big enough company. They have enough funds and stuff to have their own quality streaming service. So it makes sense for them to go off on their own, I think. And a company like this, while by itself isn't going to meet most people's needs from a TV perspective, like Jimmy said, you bundle that together with a few. So for me, I'm probably going to get the Disney thing when it comes out. And this seems appealing to me to supplement that, to get some of the stuff that my wife and I like to watch, like Jimmy. My wife and I both watch Food Network and HGTV pretty consistently. I like to watch Shark Week and other things on Discovery. So this gets me a nice additional package for only $5 to $8 a month. If it's $5, I almost certainly will do it. If it's $8, it might be one of those things where occasionally I'll subscribe. My expectation is hopefully this goes into the Amazon subscription options for Amazon, and I'll subscribe through that, because I did that with CBS for several months, watched the shows I want, canceled, super easy, all in one place, and it collects it into one place. So I assume this probably will offer that same kind of functionality and feature, and I will be super excited about that, and I will almost certainly use it sometimes.
Oh, come on, that's a show title. Almost certainly sometimes.
I'm on it.
Okay. It's it is what it is, and for those people who really want the Discovery Channel, I haven't seen a show on Discovery that I wanted to watch in a long time. Unfortunately, it feels like a lot of the stuff that I was interested in is gone. So
yeah.
I think at this point, everything that can be has already been discovered. So,
yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess you're right.
But, and I'm always happy to see when more stuff is available. If more things that you can get on its own, awesome.
Very cool.
Get it while you can.
I agree. And if it's really a big hit, and they'll keep it around, and if not, it'll go away. So,
yeah.
Moving on.
All right. Fox AI predicts a movie's audience based on its trailer. Get ready for an era where algorithms shape movie previews. So, Fox has come up with an algorithm that helps determine, this is 20th Century Fox, helps determine what demographics will respond, or how certain demographics will respond based on a computer reading of or viewing of a trailer. So, improvements coming on movie trailers?
No, this is pretty cool, which means that all they need to do is have an infinite number of monkeys provide an infinite number of trailers to the algorithm until finally they produce the most amazing trailer ever, and then they need to make that movie.
Well, they already did that on, what was that channel? They would do that movies like at night during the weekend, and then in between they do the monkeyed movies, where it was movies starring monkeys, like doing popular scenes from popular movies, like When Harry Met Sally, the restaurant scene.
I think I've seen that.
Oh, you got to look them up. They're monkeyed movies. Look them up after the show. But no, I think I agree with Brian was talking about this earlier in the week. I can't wait until they let the AI take the info that it knows and start making the trailers.
Well,
I think even if it's not good, it has the potential to be amazingly awesome.
Randomly generated content.
I wonder how much impact this has on trailers. And the reason I say that is because trailers are already designed specifically with these things in mind, right? They already kind of know how people respond based on colors and stuff like that. They're just doing it manually. So now they've built an algorithm that's going to read that and basically validate their suspicions, I suspect. I could be wrong. Maybe this algorithm takes it multiple levels further and higher accuracy, but I don't know how much impact this ends up having on demographics, though potentially it would be interesting to see that maybe in places where, like here in Texas, there's a different trailer because it appeals to a larger minority population of Hispanic or Latino individuals, and then up in the Northwest where there's a much smaller minority population, or maybe a larger Asian minority population, then there would be a different trailer for that demographic, right? It'd be interesting if that's what kind of thing came out of this. I don't know. And then would they be racist because their trailers are geared towards different?
Profiling is bad.
Exactly.
Even if it is effective.
That's exactly what they do in movie trailers, of course. And then I like the idea of getting personalized trailers based on the demographic. I mean, that could be really interesting. I don't know.
Ultimately, is it good though? I mean, is this making the movie better, or is it just duping more people into watching a movie that they otherwise wouldn't watch?
Let me put it this way. I've seen trailers that ruin movies. So if it makes it trailers that don't ruin movies, I'm all for it. You know what movie was ruined for me by the trailer? Men in Black. I knew exactly what happened in that movie before I went to see it. The trailer showed me everything.
Yeah.
What about The Sixth Sense?
I don't remember the trailer for that. I believe I walked into that one blind, which is the best way to walk into that one. Same thing with The Matrix. I walked into that one blind. It's like, that was great. I mean,
although you're better off not being blind when you watch The Matrix. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
Although by movie 3, Neo's blind, you're blind, it's all okay. It's good. And by movie 3, it starts not making any sense at all. So,
yeah, but by movie 3, nobody cared. Even the people making it, they're like, why did we do this?
So what demographic would watch it if he took the other pill?
Yeah.
Well, that would have been...
So the next story is a sign of the end of times, I think. YouTube's web player adapts to vertical videos. If you can't in the future, join it. So this is self-explanatory. People have been doing a lot of vertical videos on their smartphones, and so now YouTube is offering a format consistent with that. Is this a good thing, or
is this another example of Apple ruining the world?
It's just Apple.
Or no, sorry, not Apple. Apple users. No, they started the trend of the vertical video.
Instagram.
Yeah, but Instagram adopted it. But yeah. I think it's stupid. Hold your phone the right way. Get the right aspect ratio, or go home. That's all I have to say.
I kind of am thinking, man, I really hope they get Mars travel figured out really soon with SpaceX. So
hey, Matt, to make
if this is the future.
So, Matt, to make a point, can you turn our video sideways?
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I?
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Everybody just lean sideways.
No, it's just no. I take that back. I'm sorry about saying Apple people. Morons are destroying the world. It's just more proof that morons are destroying the world. So, yeah, I don't want to live in a world where vertical video is acceptable. Next story.
That's what I was saying about let's go to Mars.
Exactly.
Here.
All right.
No, Mars is too dusty. Someplace else.
I don't know. We'll find someplace. All right. Google brings Chrome to Daydream VR headsets. Surf the web from your cranium. Obviously, people have been using Daydream a lot more. There's a lot of options of Daydream-based headsets. Logitech has one amongst others, and now Google has added Google Chrome into the headset.
I thought it already was, but rock on.
No, this is good. I mean, it's good if you're gonna have things like television in a virtual world. You're gonna have things like movies and all these other flat experiences in the virtual world. What's wrong with having the flat experience of a web page, something extremely interactive that you can play with in a 3D space?
I'll have to test this out when I get home. because this might be the thing that was missing. I was not completely overwhelmed by the Daydream because of the lack of apps. It won't let you use certain third-party apps, and then but the browser would be the way to get around that, I guess.
Yeah.
But part of browsing, I mean, are you talking about browsing to like sites that are rich media sites? Like,
yeah,
what kind of browsing
like video and stuff. Like they're, but yeah.
I just, to me, it feels like what browsing makes sense in VR, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
so. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
like
with you on
doing
that.
searches would be ridiculous.
Yes.
What
Or
is
reading-
a cranium? No. Cranium. Yeah. No, that would be ridiculous. But stuff that you already have bookmarked.
Badweave.
But what
Badweave's got an idea of what it's for.
Well, that was obvious. I'm surprised nobody thought of that before him. I was thinking about it. And I try not to be the prude here. So you know.
All right. Well, moving on.
Badweave, don't anybody share Daydream with Badweave.
Ew.
Blue microphone sells to Logitech for $117 million. Your favorite podcaster or streamer probably has their stuff. So, who here has a Blue microphone?
I do.
Jimmy?
I do.
Yep.
All right. So 50% of all podcasters have Blue microphones. It's scientific.
I have a silver microphone.
I have an Audio Technica.
Mine's black. But it's called blue. It's black.
So Logitech already makes a lot of webcams and cameras and a variety of other computer accessories. And the webcams have microphones in them and stuff like that, but they don't make dedicated quality microphones. So
Well, they did for a while, but the quality was suspect.
Yeah. So this is them branching into another accessory and doing it with a company that has a history and a reputation for quality.
I trust Logitech. I'm pretty much a Logitech user. Mice, keyboards, they make the best video camera.
With Logitech,
webcam.
basically, they find the way to make the product that's like maybe not the best, but pretty good, and maybe not the cheapest, but pretty inexpensive. And maybe, they just get that right, that B plus A minus grade for their stuff across the board. And Blue has been making relatively inexpensive microphones that are mostly USB, right? Something that Logitech really loves doing is USB. So makes a
The
lot of
headphones, well, I'd say the headphones that we were promised that never arrived from Blue were anything but affordable. They sounded great, though, when we played with them at CES. But, yeah, I mean, if anybody was going to buy them, I'm glad it was Logitech and not Belkin. Because Belkin loves to buy stuff and then just let it die. Linksys, anyone?
Yeah.
What happened?
well,
Linksys got bought by Belkin?
Oh, yeah. Cisco destroyed the company and then offloaded it to Belkin.
Oh.
That's why, like, for the last 3 years, I've been telling everybody, do not buy anything Logitech, because all it is just a rebranded Belkin. You look on the back of the box, and sure enough, it says Belkin.
You mean not Logitech, you mean...
Oh, sorry.
Yes, feel
Linksys.
free to buy Logitech stuff. It's halfway decent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Logitech is still good.
I love the comment by the Blue CEO, John Mayer. Logitech will help us conquer the world. It's a partnership. It's a great partnership full of possibilities. So
if they team up with Android Assistant, I think they could achieve that in short work.
There you go. All right. Moving on, a story for Jimmy. HomePod phone calls could arrive with iOS 12. At WWDC, Apple had a range of announcements talking about better Siri, speeding up old iPhones, FaceTime improvements, but they didn't really talk about the HomePod. However, now we're hearing about a possibility of the HomePod getting probably its most requested feature, which is the ability to make phone calls. This feature is effectively already available on the Amazon Echo. I don't know if it's on the Google Assistant. Can you do assistant-to-assistant calls?
You can do a all house broadcast or an all group broadcast, or you can call literally using a phone line any person in your contacts list. So if I had like your phone number, I could tell Google to call you and would be able to it would ring you up. But it does not have. I wish it had an intercom system where I could get a two-way conversation to another Google Home in another room. That would be great.
I thought you could do that.
If you can, I don't know if you could.
I thought there was a commercial where a lady said, "Play wake up music for Brian's room," and then like called people. But maybe I'm thinking of that was an Echo. I don't know. They're all blurring together at this point.
These all need to be the HomePod, the Echo, the Google Homes. They all need to have these features because they are becoming the speaker in the room for you, whether they be the little ones or the whatever. Right. This is the kind of feature it is. And I used mine today because my son was out in one of the other rooms playing, and I just said dinner was ready, and the whole house said dinner was ready, and he came right out and said, "Okay, let's eat." It was wonderful because then I didn't have to tromp up the stairs to go get him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you did use it.
Yeah, but the broadcast feature. Everybody in the house.
It sends it to everybody as
opposed you want to target it. Oh, I got you. Yeah. But yeah, I think you could play. You can do specific things in specific rooms, but broadcast does go to all. Yes.
Right. Like with the Echo, you can do a direct device-to-device communication from one dot to another dot or one Echo to another Echo. And you can do it outside of the home as well. So you could do it to like my parents. I could do an Echo to Echo call with my parents. They do also offer, but I've never tried Echo to mobile communications and vice versa and stuff. I've never tried any of that functionality. But I have done the drop-ins where you like do basically an Echo device to another Echo device directly, and that works really well. And it's a pretty cool feature. It works as a good intercom system in your house, and that's a feature that my brother and sister really enjoy, is the ability to do intercoms with their families. So they can do the same kind of thing, but they can target it to a specific person.
Very cool.
So Jimmy, you're the Apple user. You have a HomePod too, right?
I do.
So is this something you think you'll use?
I think I will. I think it'll come in handy for conference calls, especially.
Oh yeah. That's a really cool idea. It didn't even occur to me. So if you do a business conference call, you could just hook right up through your HomePod potentially.
Yeah, I have done it. You know, what you can do right now before the software update, you can, start a call on your phone and then AirPlay it to the HomePod, and then it essentially does the same thing, but you have to initiate it on the phone, right?
Okay.
My understanding is with the new software update, you'll be able to initiate it from the HomePod.
That's cool.
That's really cool. So that's definitely a good feature, especially from a business perspective. So I like it.
Well, speaking of that, that has already been decided at our school district that we will not have any smart devices in any classrooms. So,
including the students?
Well, no. We're working on them. No, it's just liability of things being recorded. That's a big issue.
Right. That seems like a reasonable approach. All right. Streaming Lollapalooza sets live on Red Bull TV this weekend. So I totally read that wrong because of the way I put commas and pauses in there. But the idea is you can watch some of the festivities of Lollapalooza from home or even on your VR sets. So What does everybody think about this?
I think the real story, they missed it. The real story is Lollapalooza is still a thing.
that was exactly what I thought when I read this. I was like, really? It's still around?
Of course it is.
Can I ask an ignorant question here?
Yeah.
What is Red Bull TV?
Well, I kind of thought the same thing. I'm pretty sure that is just like a website and an app that they offer. It's not a subscription service. It's free to view. Right?
Yeah, Red Bull TV basically shows all of the Red Bull sporting events like Crashed Ice and the plane flying stunt thing, and then they also do other stuff. But it's kind of like a counterculture TV station. I think you can find it like on Pluto and places like that.
Ah, gotcha.
I believe many different things. Also, you can get an app version of it as well. So there's ways you can get it on almost every platform. It's very prolific. But yeah, it's free. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's basically what you're watching is one kind of commercial or another. So not bad.
All right,
cool. I have to check it out.
The docket looks like it's a pretty full docket of headliners. The Weeknd, Jack White, Arctic Monkeys, other bands including Churches, Catfish, Bottlemen, LL Cool J, Khalid maybe, Vampire Weekend, and Tyler, the Creator. I've heard of like two of those, and I didn't realize they were still performing. LL Cool J and Jack White. I've heard of the Weeknd as well, but anybody excited about being able to stream into these bands?
Not my thing, but I know plenty of people that are really into that, and so this is awesome that they can, even though they can't get out there. So,
and the neat thing, it's going to be a 180-degree VR experience on YouTube. So,
good idea. Nobody wants to watch the guy recording.
Yeah, I was going to say where is it being recorded from? Because it might be 180 degrees there, but
Chicago. So Lollapalooza started in Chicago, and they did do the tours, but apparently that's not what this is about. This is just the Chicago performances.
Yeah.
So you're close enough. You could potentially just go. I mean, it'd be a long drive, right? But
yeah, I'm not going there.
All right.
Too windy for me.
That's right. Moving on, JBL's Google-powered smart display is available for pre-order. That's a $250 link view. Ships September 3rd.
So I put this one in the list because at the same time this one came out, also the other story next to it is the story about the Lenovo one that they had. This looks really interesting to me, and I might be purchasing one, especially since Costco is offering a $50 discount on the Lenovo 10-inch version. And I've mentioned it to my wife, and she's like, we could get one of those. It's like, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, this is the thing that Harman Kardon does. They like to do weird things with burgeoning technologies. It doesn't matter if anybody buys it; they just do it. And JBL would, because I think JBL people they can price it more effectively, and people will jump on it more than if it was a Harman Kardon. And they'll have lower expectations too. So,
the Lenovo one looks awesome to me.
So that Lenovo one, it hurts my brain because it's got only one speaker and it's on one side, and I hate that. The lack of symmetry. I'll take the Foot with two speakers over the one speaker tablet any day.
Well, the nice thing about the Lenovo is that you can then turn it on its side and make it in portrait mode if that's what you want to do. And this is for me seems like the kitchen device. So we're interested in it. We might be getting, especially since we can get it for that $50 off, and so might be buying that one. We'll see.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like you've looked into it a little bit. One of the things that deterred me from getting the Echo Show, which is basically the Amazon environment version of this, is that it has a fairly limited amount of functionality, right? Like you have YouTube. The Echo Show doesn't, I don't think. But this would have YouTube and it would have some other stuff. The amount of, it's not like it's a tablet, right? You can't download all kinds of apps and do all kinds of stuff on it. It's designed to do a limited number of things, show you the weather, show you your news clips, show you directions for a recipe or something.
Right.
Maybe with some video along with it. So it seems interesting, but it seems like the kind of thing that you probably wouldn't end up using all that much. At least that was my perception of it.
Yeah, it's a smart speaker with a screen.
Yeah.
Will it, if I take it and put it in my car, will it let me watch YouTube while I'm driving? Because Android right now, Android Auto, and will not.
Well, as long as you turn on your hotspot, it might. Because it requires Wi-Fi, but otherwise you're
And power, so you'll have to like connect it to a power.
Oh, my car has an inverter built in.
Oh, there you go.
I got just mounted on the dashboard.
So it is basically a Google Home with a screen, and that's absolutely true. But whenever you make a request with it, if you want to, it will also give you a picture of relevant information. So like you ask a question about a location, it'll show you a map, and also how do I get there? It'll give you the option to send that information to your phone. So it's doing some cool things. Other things is it's like it does have a camera built into it, because I think it does Duo for conversations, which I know nobody uses. So, but it has a physical switch with a shutter that covers up the camera if you're not into that kind of thing. So that kind of thing is important to some people.
Yeah. You say nobody uses it, but everybody said, a lot of people said the same thing about FaceTime when it first came out.
No.
Yesterday at work, I watched a guy FaceTime with his buddy who was literally at the building across the street. Yeah. They could see each other. They were just too lazy to cross the street to talk to each other. So they just did FaceTime. And they,
Why didn't they just like talk on the phone and look out the window so they could?
No. They were outside of the building. They came outside of the building. That's why I said they were standing on either side of the street, FaceTiming with each other.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this thing going, morons are ruining the world.
Yeah.
They were probably doing it in portrait mode.
Probably.
And live streaming it. Okay, so moving on, because I can't talk anymore about this without wanting to. Anyways, Vizio adds over 100 free streaming channels to its SmartCast TVs. So this is pretty interesting. They have announced today, well, this was, actually literally today, that they are launching a new free streaming service called Watch Free, and they're going to roll it out and will be available on most of the Vizio SmartCast TVs, and will include 100 channels such as NBC News, MSNBC, Fox Sports, Crime Network, Surf Channel, Cats 24/7. That's a thing? Oh my gosh. And multiple movie channels. So what do you guys think? It's powered by the ad-supported free streaming service Pluto TV.
Rock on.
This needs to be in every single device out there. You have the ability to turn on Pluto TV, and anybody anywhere should be able to, if they can create a full day's package worth of stuff, should be able to stream it to Pluto TV. I mean, back when Diamond Club was, had stuff running content all the time, it's like, why aren't we on Pluto TV? Just the Diamond Club channel on Pluto TV and just have it running.
Well, yeah, I asked that question. The answer was because Pluto doesn't have just an open API. You have to get permission from them. So
let's ask.
Well, no, they basically seek you out and say, "Hey."
Okay.
But yeah.
So this is basically putting over the air via internet back on TV. I mean, this is giving everybody a free option of TV on their TVs without having to have connected devices, like we used to have with over the air. So this is pretty sweet. I like it.
Yep. Oh, wow, guys.
Well, I think that's it.
Hey, excellent job on reading the news today, Michael. And I know it's stressful, but you did excellent.
Thanks. I only screwed up a few of them.
No, you did fine. Trust me. Speaking of which, speaking of things being screwed up, let's take a check-in on the movie draft.
Welcome to your BT Movie Draft Minute, presented by DiamondClub.tv for the week of July 30th, 2018. I'm your host, Big Voice Jay. East Coast, West Coast, it really doesn't matter. Bacon is my favorite rapper. Let's go to the scoreboard. Team Walking Drunk is in last place with $344.8 million. Team Game Night is in fifth place with $454.8 million. Team Ritual Misery is in fourth place, thanks to Mission Impossible Fallout's $77 million weekend, bringing their total to $582.6 million. Team The VOD Squad is in third place with $719 million. Team Have a Drink is in second place with $757.1 million. And lording above all, in first place, it's Team Movie Party with $1,012.1 million. That's your Movie Draft Minute. All totals accurate as of August 1st, 2018.
Congratulations.
All right.
I know it's a surprise and trying to be as gracious as I possibly can.
But, right, whatever.
Yeah, we should buy him a T-shirt with 3 commas on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
yeah.
You guys, it's pretty much in the bag. The question for me is whether or not we can get to second place and if we can hold it. And I know
you don't have any movies left,
but
right?
the movie's still making
money.
But
Mamma Mia is gonna keep making money.
No, the one that's still making us money is Jurassic Park. It's almost break at the $10 mark, or has a player kind of dad. Hold on.
It's not even in the top 5 anymore.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's still made a lot of money for us. It's almost $400 million.
Yeah, almost 400.
And it'll keep going. So it's fine. It'll keep going. It'll keep making us money for a little bit longer.
Trust me. I'm rooting for you guys. Unfortunately, Have a Drink.
Yeah.
They've got that Crazy Rich Asians coming up, and that's gonna be.
It could be a hit, but also could be a stinker.
No. It's not gonna be a hit, but it'll be just enough to keep them out of your reach. You just be like, right there.
We're still making like about $1 million a day with just Jurassic Park. So
yeah, I think Mamma Mia will continue to bring. They made $2 million today, so
right.
Actually almost $4 million on Tuesday's box office. So they will continue to make money. My wife went and saw this. She absolutely loved it. I suspect that her demographic is going to watch this and continue to watch it. She's going to watch it when she gets back here so she can watch it with her friends because she's still on vacation. So I suspect that it will continue to bring in money for a while. I think that you combine that with Jurassic Park's slowly declining growth, that we might be able to squeak into second place. But it's going to be close. And yeah, there's the possibility that we could be overtaken from third place or fourth place, but I don't think that's going to happen. The movies, I think we're pretty close to through what is going to make real money this summer.
Ritual Misery's Mission Impossible will continue to keep on making money. That's the question of whether or not their money from Mission Impossible can push them over the edge. And with an opening weekend of $77 million, that's not bad. But it'll half at least, and for next weekend and half again, and so they might get close. We'll see. It is a big question.
They need $170 million, I think, to overtake us, and so it'll be close.
Yeah.
I suspect that won't quite make it, but it's possible. Like I said, it'll be close. It is going to be a finish line battle for for second place, I think, between the three of us. And I think there's obviously no way that anybody's going to realize that what was it? Ocean's 8 was so amazing that everybody should go watch it. And suddenly it's going to make us $320 million so that we can beat out Movie Party.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to make 200, all truth be told, but it did not.
Yeah, well,
it's okay.
That's
okay. That's why it's a fun bet.
That's okay. I thought Solo was going to make 250, and it didn't.
It almost did.
Yeah,
almost.
That was the saddest movie of the summer for me. Was Solo, a Star Wars movie? I actually really liked the movie, and it just did miserably. And almost everybody that I talked to that saw it liked the movie, and it just did awful. I can't explain that.
Same thing with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp was absolutely great.
Great, yeah.
But, yeah, or Hotel Transylvania 3, which I talked about last week, I was dying. It was awesome. And, I mean, barely cracked 100. And I don't know. Whatever. I'll take my billion and just call myself Bucky, because all the movies I wanted did not do good.
Yeah. I agree with you on Ant-Man and the Wasp. That was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. And it floors me that it did as poorly as it did. I think really what we're looking at this summer is everybody is just a little bit burnt out on movies right now. I mean, there's so many good movies coming out this year, and a lot came out last year. And when I say good, I mean big, way hyped movies, right? Mm-hmm. And man, there were just so many of them. And so I think there's a lot of burnout on movies, and that's kind of killing people to see them in general.
No, there are plenty of people who can only watch one. They pick a couple movies that they're gonna go see. They don't go out and watch everything. And there's a couple movies out there that did really well. Of course, everybody went to go see Avengers. They're just what everybody was going to. Everybody already went to see. Well, I know, but 98% of people did. And obviously, everybody said, and the other movie I'm going to go see this summer is Incredibles 2, which was a smash hit. So that's fine. That's
yeah. And speaking of that, Mike hasn't been around. We never got a chance to hear what the Incredibles fan thought of the Incredibles movie.
I haven't seen it yet. My vacation interfered with my ability to go see it, so I just haven't gotten a chance to go see it. But also, I wasn't going to give you any more money for your victory, so screw you. I'm waiting until the summer movie draft's over.
That's fine. You're just punishing yourself.
Yeah, at this point I would be, but that's not really the truth.
I walked out of your movie, Jurassic Park.
That's right.
It got too ridiculous at some point, and I just said, I can't.
Okay, we still got our money for it.
Yeah. We got Movie Pass's money, but whether or not they ever actually paid for it,
that's the truth, the real reason. No, I think actually, Matt, you touch on a really good point. There are so many hyped and quality movies coming out this year, and people have a budget, right? They go see 2 or 3 or 4 movies a year, or maybe one a month or something, and they chose Avengers and Incredibles 2, right? Like, so that's the movies for the summer, and everybody went and saw those 2.
And Jurassic World was on that list too.
It did pretty well. But so movies that otherwise should have done well because they were good movies and they had good quality content and stuff, like Solo and Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ocean's 8, just they fell flat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
All right.
Hey, guys, we should move on to our rants and our raves. Who wants to start?
I'll go ahead and start.
Okay.
I normally go last, but my internet is out.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, I think there's like a pole down because here in or at home in my neighborhood, all the cable's still up on poles, and I think somebody hit a pole yesterday. Because last night the internet went out, and then there was like sirens and stuff, and so yeah. But I'm here.
You know, when the internet's out, it's like a national emergency for most people. So
I didn't know what to do. I had already made my plans for the night. Now I'm like, crap. And I turned on the PS4, and then it was like, I don't know what to do. There's no internet. I don't know how to work. Like, God, all right. So I went to bed.
Wow. No internet equals more sleep. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting thought.
I wonder what... Go ahead.
I will go ahead and mention something. Last week you said that Teen Titans Go was being advertised a lot on the Cartoon Network, and I was like, I haven't heard anything about that. And my son hasn't said anything about that. The very next day, my son said, I want to go to the theater and go watch Teen Titans Go. Now, here's the thing. That's weird for my son because he tends not to want to go to the theater at all. He just rather stay at home and maybe watch a movie when it comes out from DVD or streaming or something like that. He just doesn't enjoy the theater experience. Even though I say, I'll buy you popcorn, I'll buy you a soda, we'll go sit down and have a good movie together and watch it. That's okay, Dad. I don't want to go. It's like, fine. Mm-hmm. And so I don't, I'm sure I want to go see some of these movies, but it feels a little weird going by yourself to some of them. That's okay. But he said, I want to go see that. Great. We said, let's watch the trailer. He said he'd seen it, but I hadn't. So watch the trailer. Okay. I said, okay, I get what this is. This looks like it'll be a lot of fun. Went to the theater and watched it. And yeah, basically it's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. It is hilarious. And, it pokes itself in the eye. It pokes other people in the eye. And I can honestly say that I laughed out loud so hard I couldn't stop twice. And one of them, I can't remember one of them. But one of them was when Shia LaBeouf shows up.
Oh, okay.
I just couldn't stop laughing.
One of my favorite things I saw from the trailer that got me excited was the Green Lantern bit.
Yeah.
It's like they're making superhero movies about everyone. When are they going to make one about you? And he says, there is a Green Lantern movie. Oh, yeah? Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. If you have kids who want to go see a funny movie, it's got your fart jokes, but it's hilarious. There's a teaser at the end if you're a fan of the Teen Titans that you might be interested in finding out about. Yeah, that's good stuff.
The most important thing, I'll add, the most important thing that I have ever learned, I learned from Teen Titans. They did a whole episode about pyramid schemes. Did you see that one?
Nope.
Okay. Everybody's familiar with pyramid schemes, but do you know who's behind every single pyramid scheme?
One guy at the top.
The Illuminati, of course.
Mummies. They live in pyramids. So if it's a pyramid scheme, mummies are behind it. They do a whole song about getting that mummy money. But I love Teen Titans Go. They'll get my money.
Okay.
After I get rid of give MoviePass the axe.
Hey, you don't have anything to do without internet. You could go out into the movies.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay money. You were talking before about how people aren't going to the movies because they have budgets. Mm-hmm. I have a budget. It's $10 a month, which is why I was going to the movies every month. So I think I'm going back to not. So
okay. Either of you guys have anything you want to add?
Yeah. So I went on vacation for a week to Phoenix, and I came back a week and a half before the rest of my family. They all went to Idaho to visit my wife's family. So I'm home alone. working and got to watch all kinds of shows that my wife doesn't like to watch. I watched the Van Helsing season. It's a 1-season series from Sci-Fi. That was a lot of fun. I don't know that it's really a good movie. I don't know that I can thoroughly recommend it, or TV show, but I enjoyed watching it. I watched the Tomb Raider movie that came out earlier this year. That was actually pretty good. I liked it. And I also started watching iZombie, which is really good. That one actually I would say is a good show. I'm only 2 episodes in, but I would recommend it. So
that's the one where she's kind of a zombie and she eats brains, but she's not completely zombified.
Yeah, she maintains a relatively good amount of control over herself, and as long as she eats brains, she stays intelligent enough to keep in control. But if she doesn't eat brains, the longer she doesn't eat brains, the dumber she gets. So she's found a way to keep herself in brains by being a mortician. So,
you're talking. Oh, I missed that. Yeah. I missed that. I was looking at something. You're talking iZombie.
Yes.
Oh, iZombie is a great show.
Yeah. So 2 episodes in, liking it a lot.
Okay. Keep watching it. Because the first season is great because there are a lot of jokes at the expense of who was the dude that sang for Three Doors Down, or not three? Yeah.
Rob Thomas?
Yeah, Rob Thomas. Because you'll notice he's executive producer of that show. He wrote the theme song, and then he plays a role in the season, but they make a lot of fun of him, and it's great. I just finished the most recent season, and they go some really cool places with it after the first few episodes. So stick with it. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. Very cool. Well, I'm definitely enjoying it so far. So, and is he? Yeah. All right. So that's me.
Matchbox 20.
That's what I was gonna say. I was thinking it was Matchbox 20, but
that's Rob Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got anything, Jimmy?
Yeah. So I finished watching the previous season of Suits. Now I know how the newest Royal exits the show now, right?
Wait, so this isn't spoiler in time. Have you started watching the new season though?
I have.
The new season started last week.
I have. I took your advice, and you can watch it on Hulu, right? So I have started watching. I think I've watched the first couple of episodes, maybe. I may be a couple of episodes or so behind.
There's only like 2 episodes in the season so far, so maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2. So,
okay.
The third episode should be airing right now.
Okay. All right. Good deal.
Yeah, and the new season's kicking off decent. I was curious how they were gonna move forward, and it still feels a little weird, but we'll see. Yeah. This might be the end of the show, but
it could be. Is this the eighth season, right? Isn't that usually the cutoff season? Yeah.
Yeah. Like in Happy Days when all the main characters went off to college and then you're just like, or the Brady's got the new kid with the big shaggy dog or whatever. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. And I'll, Michael, I also watched I didn't watch the complete season of Van Helsing. I need to go back and watch like maybe the last 4 or 5 episodes. But I watched all the way up until about that point, and I thought it was, I don't know if I'd give it a top rating, but it was pretty decent, right? I mean, it was worth watching, I guess would be the way to put it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I finished the season in a few days. There's only 13 episodes, so I enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't know that I can actually recommend it. I don't know that it's really a good show, but it was certainly enjoyable for a guy that enjoys vampire movies and vampire shows. So, if you're a vampire buff, you probably will enjoy it. It doesn't get there's no sparkly vampires in this, a la Twilight or something like that. So you can,
if you like science fiction or the vampire genre, the zombie fantasy. Yeah, all that kind of thing, right? Then you'll definitely like it.
Is it a new take on it, kind of like Winona Earp?
No, it is. I haven't seen that. That's actually, thanks for saying that, because that was one that I kind of wanted to check out while I was bachelor in it. So I'll check that one out. But I had totally forgotten what it was. I saw it the other day and I was like, oh yeah, I should watch that. But it's pretty standard, right? Like basically vampires they drink blood to stay alive. If they don't drink human blood, like they drink animal blood, they become feral and they lose all intelligence and basically become animalistic. But if they drink human blood, they continue to basically be human and intelligent. They just can't get in the light, and they have to have blood for sustenance. They're stronger, faster, all that kind of stuff. So pretty typical vampire show. There's some interesting aspects to it and some fun twists. There's a interesting and intriguing cast of all awful people mostly, which is, typical for TV shows right now. I think that basically all of the heroes are anti-heroes. Nobody's actually a good guy, and it's kind of fun to see like real humans put in a bad situation and see how they persist.
Everybody's anti-hero. I do everything for myself. What are you doing? Oh, I do it for myself too. Okay, we'll do it ourselves together.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but this is much more human, right? Like, you put most real people in a horrible situation, like the world is overrun by vampires. How are they going to respond? So it's, people I think become altruistic when things are better, and the worse things are, the more people work to find sustenance for themselves. It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? If you can't keep yourself safe, you worry about your own safety. Once you start being safe, you start worrying about other people's.
I'll answer your question. If the world becomes covered in vampires, what do? I start a garlic farm.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Build your house right in the middle.
Yeah. The vampires in this are not susceptible to garlic crosses and holy water and stuff like that. This is more zombie-like vampires in that it's more like a virus-based type thing. So it's slight variation. It's not the pure supernatural thing, though.
Okay.
So
I prefer the
it's not
supernatural.
weak because of magic, right? Like, why would garlic and crosses hurt vampires, or holy water hurt vampires? That makes no sense, unless they're just like demonic creatures, right? So that's not it's not the supernatural side of it. It's like the typical. It's more zombie-ish, right?
Okay.
So hopefully I haven't spoiled it too much. I think you get all of that in the first 30 minutes.
So I guess we'll never have a vampire movie in Gilroy, California.
The garlic capital. All right. Hey, with that, we should probably wrap it up. I just want to let everybody know that we have officially been invited to the be part of the Diamond Club stream team, which means we will be appearing on the Diamond Club team Twitch channel, along with a bunch of other people. So if you guys, if you're not already watching it, when you want to watch Twitch, go to twitch.tv/team/Diamond Club, and you'll see all of the basically formerly called B Team shows, whoever's live at any given time. And also, if you don't normally watch us, we're here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central. Sometimes our backgrounds change, but we are still here. We will be back next week. And one thing I forgot, guys, is we decided we were going to test Philo in September. Well, that is tomorrow. So
Today? No. Okay.
yeah.
Today's August 1st.
Yeah.
Or is today August 1st? I thought today was the
August
30th.
1st, yes.
Oh, okay. Then I really did butcher that that date. Okay. So yeah, today. So we should be starting the 30-day challenge for Philo today. We'll run that through until September. Tune back in if you guys want to try along with us. Rock on. If you don't, if you want to wait and save your money until we tell you if it's worth it, come back in September and we'll let you know. We can talk about that a little bit more in the after show. And then a reminder, if people like what was going on today with the pre-show, we'll continue doing it, going live early so you guys can kind of trickle in as people join. But if you don't like it, let us know either way, because we don't have to do it.
Nope.
So, give us the feedback, good, bad. We want to know. And also get on over to tbs.showbot.tv because there are titles that need to be voted for. Remember, you do not just vote for one. Vote for everything that you think is worth voting for. So stick around if you're watching live. We'll go into the after squad here in a moment. But until then, we can hit that end bumper because we are done. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody else.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Hey.
I was a split second too late.
No.
Ah.
Always. That's like, that's every week.
It's my thing, yeah.
But yeah, I remembered earlier today. I was like, oh yeah, and then I forgot about it, and then we talked about Philo, and I went, oh yeah, but this isn't the time to bring it up. So, and I made sure to make the announcement that way we can't back out.
Right.
We now have to do it. We just said we're gonna.
Thanks, Clyde. Oh, you guys should be heading yourselves over to tvs.showbot.tv and be making some votes. We have at least one vote already in, but that is not enough. I think we need, and we have a lot of choices for this week too. So
Good.
that's a good thing. We're going to bring this over to this window here. So I'm going to go ahead and read off what is currently on there so you guys have an idea what kind of things. We could have the We're All Here, which is excellent because we all are. Apple Maps drives me insane. Jimmy's Whole Foods World Tour. Jimmy, did you have a Whole Foods World Tour?
Yeah, that's from M-Beam.
We have Loan Me a Movie. That has to do with the Movie Pass. Enjoy a surge price with your Movie Pass ticket. Oh, Surge. I remember Surge. Surger King.
That's because Surge and Burger King have been tweeting at each other.
Oh, have they?
According to, I think MB pointed that out.
9-cent movies, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Stock price there. Almost certainly sometimes, that is getting a vote for me right now. Morons are destroying the world. I would vote for that one, but no, it's just too obvious.
Idiocracy. Coming closer and closer to reality every day.
Daydream Believer and a Chrome Surfing King. Oh. Chrome Dome VR. Daydream VR gets you one step closer to Pornhub. Bad news, thank you. I appreciate that one. Glad somebody said it. Is your VR headset sticky? Blame Chrome. Okay.
No. It says Blam Chrome.
Oh, Blam Chrome. Sorry, I said it wrong. You're right.
Blam.
Logitech goes blue on mic. Lollapalooza is still a thing? And Lollapaloozers. Aww.
Oh, hey, if you voted for Morons Are Destroying the World, vote for the one that Bad Weave put up. I'll delete mine.
Okay. Morons Are Destroying the World.
I didn't realize we both did it.
And movie I'll pass. And so far, our winning votes are... Actually, I know we had more than that. It's funny, when I do the sort by votes, and my numbers change on this. I refresh on it. Darn HTML! Right now, almost certainly sometimes appears to be the number one option out there, which is one of my favorite things that you said, Mike. Which is almost certainly sometimes. It's so perfect.
It's like
exactly what I meant.
It's like that Sex Panther cologne. 60% of the time, it works every time.
That's, I will almost certainly have it, but I probably won't have it like continuously is what I was getting at, right? Like, because I'm not gonna just like blanketly always be subscribed to it, but I most likely would some of the time have that service.
Exactly. Almost certainly sometimes. Perfect.
All right.
I should have added a maybe at the end, and then it would have been the full thing.
All right. I am calling it, and I'm putting it into the doc as the title. Yeah, almost certainly sometimes.
Good choice.
That works. All right, guys. Yeah, so what's going on? We've got a chance to chat and do our thing.
It's hot in this room because I closed that door, and so any kind of circulation is not going into this room, and so this hot room feels like it's 90 degrees now, even though it's not 90 outside.
Are you in your new house now?
I am in my new house. I am in the purple room, which is the small room upstairs that has no air. Has a window.
Will it be your studio?
It in the short term, yes. In the long term, maybe not. We'll see what happens.
Do you have a basement there?
No basement, but I have a garage, and in the garage is a very nice room. Right now, that room is the entertainment room.
Garage is good enough for Mark Maron.
I know.
Mark Maron. What's that mean?
Mark, do you know Mark Maron? He's a comedian that became like relevant again because of doing podcasts. Then he had a show about him doing podcasts called Maron. He's on Glow as the producer guy. You know him when you see him.
Yeah.
It's Maron.
Famously, he got Barack Obama on his podcast.
Oh.
And I don't know how. But that's probably the thing that really kicked him back into.
Well, so did Zach Galifianakis. He got Barack Obama between two ferns.
That's true. He did. I remember that. That was
but you know who got a bunch of people on his podcast, and it's amazing.
What?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys started watching that?
No, I have not, because I'm too tired by the end of the day and get up and have to go back to.
It's on Showtime. It's on Showtime. Yeah, it started airing a couple weeks ago. It's the show where he basically played a character and got people to talk on the record about things they kind of got tricked into saying, and a lot of people want to sue him or trying to sue him. Like the very first episode is Bernie Sanders. Yeah. Check it out.
Almost sounds like Ali G.
It is. It's essentially Ali G. He's just did it different here in America.
Ali G was great.
Yeah. It's essentially, I mean, but that's what he does. I mean, that's what he did with Borat. That's what he did with, that's his shtick.
But the thing is, all famous Americans thought he was a legit rapper.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And like the Bernie Sanders one, he's like you're a parody of a gun-toting like freedom American kind of but and it's a parody that's almost offensive. But watching Bernie Sanders squirm was worth it. So
all right. Other than that, anything else going on with you guys? Me, I'm just trying to rearrange my trying desperately to rearrange my garage because it's so full of all the stuff from the move.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way I can get all that stuff. I've got too much junk.
Yeah. Who wants a tour of my studio?
I do. I totally do.
Let's see if I can do this without
And where
stuff.
I just want to know, where does Bruce sing at?
He doesn't. I won't let him in.
Oh, okay.
You ever seen that movie? They keep calling me Bruce or something like that.
Oh, they call me Bruce.
They call me Bruce.
Or well, there's they call me Bruce, and then my name is Bruce.
For some reason or other, I just want to see Clyde just pick up one of the guitars and start singing Wayne's World.
So there's the front. I got all my gear.
Very cool.
Oh, look at that! Yeah,
nice. That's pretty sweet.
It's a fairly big space.
Yeah, how big is it?
Behind me. It's the size of a barber shop.
Because it was an old barber shop.
Yeah, and it goes
or the top floor is a barber shop.
So it's like 12 by 300 or something like that.
All right,
that's really long.
But I mean, I've got a bunch of crap in the back. It's kind of storage.
So were you underneath another shop or?
Yeah, there's a barber shop upstairs. So the barber shop in the front, and then there's an office and a bathroom in the back. I've got the whole basement.
Do you have a bathroom down there?
Nope. I've got trees outside.
And then do you have to not perform during work hours?
That's the beauty, is he's there until 3 PM. I'm never here before 3 PM. And then, on Saturday, 3 PM, I'm probably just waking up. But he's closed on Saturday and Monday, which works out perfect because holidays, he's closed anyway.
Right.
But yeah, if stuff goes through with the house, I'll be giving this place up. I've been here for like 3 years.
So wait, what do you mean stuff goes through with the house? Are you selling your house as well, or buying a house?
No, I'm potentially moving. I will. Offers were placed. I'm doing a rent to own though, because I'm not sure if I want to own a home here long term. Mm-hmm. But I found a house that is what I'm looking for, and I've got 5 years to purchase it. But if I want it, or I can just say, you know what, I'm done. I'm getting out of here, and then good to go. So yeah. The purchase was. The offer was approved was accepted on Monday. Money's changed hands. Now I'm just waiting for inspections and closing stuff. So
it's should so much fun.
Oh, I've been through it before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
But yeah. So, hold on. You guys, I got to run out to my car and get something.
Yeah.
You guys, especially fans of Movie Party, will dig this. Hold on. I'll be right back.
That's a big tease. Oh, no. Moving for us has been fun, though. We've been, now that we're officially in the place and kind of, all the big, most important stuff's in place, now there's only one thing we're waiting for. This place didn't have a washer and dryer. So we ordered one about a month ago. So through Costco, which is a really good deal. It hasn't arrived yet. It's going to be here Friday.
So are we offline?
Nope, we are on the after show.
It takes a long time for it to ship from China, right?
From Korea, apparently. Since they're LGs. So... yeah, we didn't know it was going to take this long. They said, usually we get it to you in 3 days. So we can wait 3 days. That's fine. Not 4 weeks. Not really.
Which store did you buy it from?
Costco online.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just so apparently sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes it just takes a long time, and oh well. Should be here on Friday.
So, I have wanted a moose head for a really long time, and when we watched Samurai Cop, there was a lion head in the office that was like made out of felt, and it was awesome. I couldn't find one, so I got my shark that's been on the wall behind me.
Right.
Over the weekend, I found my moose head. Yes.
Can you put a little motor in there and make it animate so it turns its head every once in a while?
Actually, I'm going to sand down the eyes and replace them with googly eyes.
Oh, no!
Actually, you know what? They might they'll pop right off.
Oh, there you
go.
Cool.
I'm going to replace them with googly eyes. But I now have my moose head.
Bad Weave says, Dear God.
And I don't know if you can read that sticker, but it cost me a whole $8.
Ooh.
At the Salvation Army.
You may have spent too much.
Oh no, the head came off.
Hey, Rocky, nothing up my sleeve. Presto.
Oh, speaking of that, Jimmy, have you watched the new Rocky and Bullwinkle?
No, I haven't.
It's on Amazon. They just rebooted it. Mm-hmm. It's actually really good. It is very, very reminiscent of the original. They didn't try to make it all crazy.
This is animated?
Yep.
Yeah, I had to check it out. That used to be one of my favorite.
I figured you'd appreciate it. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes and then I forgot about it.
Yeah, I love it when they reboot old cartoons recently. I mean, they've done everything from Voltron to
I love it when they do it with respect.
Right.
There are so many bad reboots. Like I saw some Mickey stuff a couple years ago that was just terrible. And then same thing with Looney Tunes. Yeah, I love Voltron. What they've been doing with Voltron has been great.
Looney Tunes is an interesting one because they can't really. I mean, it's too much stereotyping, so much so that it's hard for them to make that something that they can put on.
Well, there's also the point that with Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes and pretty much everything that made those shows great is not acceptable for kids anymore.
Right.
Yeah, so.
But
then again,
so you're saying when Foghorn Leghorn sneaks up on the dog and whops him in the butt with a board, that's not not acceptable, huh?
I think that's okay. I don't think that's the problem. I think you had just the sexism and racism that happened with Pepe Le Pew and with Speedy Gonzales, and so
when there was all the put the dynamite in the piano and wait for them to hit the right key. That was Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny, all the stuff blowing up on the Wile E. Coyote, and
that was the best show of all.
Well, actually, the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner stuff is one of the last ones to disappear. They still did that one for years afterwards because most of that was physics gags, and that was okay. That's something they left on for a long, long time. But eventually, that one disappeared too. So,
but here's how extreme the censorship has gotten. The first couple, even the early seasons of Sesame Street has been deemed inappropriate for children.
Well, the first seasons of Sesame Street were inappropriate for humans because they were so awful.
And Grouchy was red.
I'm exaggerating.
Oscar the Grouch. He was red originally.
Oscar was my hero. He still is. I know, big surprise.
That doesn't surprise
Yeah.
anybody, Clyde.
Just like you guys know who my favorite Muppets are, right?
Thing?
The Rasp?
Is that what he's called? The monster? What is the guy that like bangs on the drums? Is it him?
Oh no, that's Sweetums. No.
What?
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah.
Statler and Waldorf were the greatest Muppets ever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Sweetums is the big hairy monster that's always around in the back,
Oh.
which is why the name's funny. Oh, are you talking Animal?
Animal.
The drummer.
Yes.
Oh, the drummer. I thought you were talking about the big monster.
No, the
Sweetums.
drummer. The crazy one. Bangs on the drums and goes all crazy. Animal. That's right.
Yeah. Bad Weave says the cast of Avenue Q.
If you haven't seen
No.
Avenue Q and you don't have kids in the room, go see a skit from Avenue Q. Don't ruin your kid's childhood, but go ahead and watch Avenue Q. It's hilarious. I've seen a couple skits. And it's
I
like,
haven't thought about that in years. Matt, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but I posted a link to Monkeyed Movies. I think it was on TNT or maybe it was AMC. But they would her.
can you resend that quote in there?
I'm getting it. Yeah. I made the mistake of like starting to watch during the stream. It was a bad because I wasn't able to keep my.
Should I put it
And
up?
Bad Weave, yes, Statler and Waldorf are the bomb. They could show up in anything and be and be amazing. Okay, yeah. So Matt, I put that in there. It starts out with their version of it's TBS. It was TBS that did it. There's a blank spot.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Try me. Okay. You think you can handle the truth? Here it goes. Santa Claus doesn't exist. But he took a bite out of my cookie. Your dad ate it. And another thing, babies don't come from storks. The whole tooth fairy thing is a crop, and size is everything. You wanted the truth? Get ready for this. You're not Hollywood's sexiest hunk anymore. Brad Pitt is.
Order in the court. Major, I want a word with you in private.
Yes, Your Honor.
What about Matthew McConaughey? Brad Pitt's a girly man next to a stunt like him, don't you think?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but Brad's got nicer lips.
Lips. I'm a leg man. Always have been.
Oh, come on. McConaughey's got fat thighs.
You're out of order.
This whole court's out of order.
Whatever. Let's get lunch.
You're on.
That's awesome.
There was a ton of them. They would play them in the in between like commercial breaks. And
Of the movie
my
itself,
favorite
that it
is
was,
still
was
I
it a
think,
parody of the movie you were watching? That'd be great.
Not always.
Oh.
No, it was just and like Sleepless in Seattle was a good one. I think it's there in the list someplace.
Okay.
But
Well, I'll check more of those out. I'm sure.
yeah, no, they're fun, and there's something that you can actually share with your kids too.
Okay.
They probably won't get most of the references,
Right.
but apparently these were all posted by Turd Burglar 27. Thank you, Turd Burglar 27.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, they've got Men in Black.
Oh no, that's okay.
Mission Impossible.
Why would I want to watch Men in Black? I've already seen.
Well,
the
it
trailer.
was. Oh, the Titanic one was good too. And Top Gun and Twister and yeah, they've got everything. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't Sleepless in Seattle. It was When Harry Met Sally.
Right. I'm sure this monkey screaming.
Because that was Yeah, that was the one where they had the orgasm scene in the restaurant.
Do you guys remember the link that I just posted in the chat?
I will once I've seen it.
Question is, what is it?
Oh, yeah, the singing frog.
Are you bringing it up, Matt? No.
I can. Hold on.
I always felt so bad for the guy that found that frog.
Oh, I'm sorry. This just reminds me of Spaceballs.
Oh, you might not want to play the audio on the stream.
Oh, well, too.
Because we'll get taken down.
I'm sorry. Right now, it's capturing all my desktop, so I can't not. So I'd have to mute it. All right.
Yeah.
That's all right. I did much less than 30 seconds.
That was enough. I
15
got it. I got everything I needed out of that. Because I remember that. Definitely.
But Space Balls had that gag in it, so. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
The alien jumps out of the guy.
Yeah, the chest pop, or what do they call him? The chest
burster.
Ripper.
Chest burster.
Chest burster. That's it.
Yeah.
Not
Anyway.
again. No, guys, I'm pretty exhausted. I'm gonna call it a day.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I need to go take something for my cough.
Oh, you guys, Michael and Jimmy, I hope you guys feel better.
Yeah, me too.
Clyde, I don't
Thanks.
care about you.
Oh, hey guys, next week I will land in Chicago at 8:40 Central.
So that gives you 20 minutes to find a place to stream.
I got
Airport Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Uber on the double.
Do not do it at the airport. You can't do it at the airport. No, not allowed.
Not if they don't know you're not doing it. They just think he's crazy.
Said, officer, I think you ought to go talk to this guy. He's over there talking to his phone, talking about cutting cords or something like that.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And Matt, thank you for picking up.
Not a problem. Thank you for having some awesome templates already set up for me. It was last time I did this, I started doing everything by hand, and it's a lot of work. And now I'm gonna have to look into the stream elements thing to see how I can do some of this stuff for myself. So it's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, give me a shout anytime. And then just make sure you save this presentation so that you've got it for next time, and good to go.
I will do that.
All right.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
See you guys.